Yo, still Bills, what's the deal, man? It's Friday, man. I came right back in town in the nick of time to finish out the week. It's Friday, it's the end of the week, so I'll finish that motherfucker. But people, man, we gotta get into this shit, man. And that's I want to cover a few subjects, and first I want to we gotta talk about this Canelo and Edgar Berlanga thing, man. Listen, dog, the only upside to this fight, as I've stated before, is watching Canelo send this man's head into fucking orbit when he knocks it off. I keep saying this and I can't say it enough, man. It is just something about a Spanish dude who just cannot stop using the word nigga. And it's like when they try to bear down and double down on it, it just becomes that much more cringy. I'm from New York, feel me, and you know what I'm saying, all the smack shit out, all that bull. Nah, that fuck nigga back there, bro. I don't like that shit. Like it, you never gonna sound cool saying it, bro. It's always gonna come off as cringy. It's always gonna come off as corny, and I don't understand how he's in a position where nobody has checked him on this. Nobody has checked him on it. I'm talking about reporters. Nobody. The same way they did Angel Garcia. Why the fuck are they not silencing this motherfucker, man? I don't get it. I do not get it. That shit is not cool. I'm never gonna be a fan of that shit. And what was really more to add insult to injury that this motherfucker genuinely believes that he is all like, what he say, Canelo, him and his dad, Canelo's a human being and yada yada yada, and we're gonna do him how like Floyd did him. You can do like it's gonna be about IQ. When have you ever displayed any sort of high IQ in the ring? You are one fight back off of a suspension for biting Angulo because you could not deal with him and he has you that flustered. What the fuck are you talking about? IQ? Where? I just, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? What the fuck is wrong with this dude? I don't know if it's to sell the fight. I don't know if they all got on the court and said, yo, we gonna have to do what we can to sell this fight because people ain't biting on it. And you just decided to jump out the window, or you just really feel like you are that dude. You are talking about you are a superstar because you got the support of the hip hop fans or the hip hop crowd and all that shit, bro. You are you run with Fat Joe. Fat Joe ain't been shit since Pun died. Let's be real about this shit, man. Joe discovered Pun and had a nice little run. Pun wasn't Pun, but Pun didn't even get a full decade into his career. At that level, he really exploded on the scene in '97 when Capital Punishment came out. It's one of my favorite albums. But I had to dial back on Pun as well because I just can't deal with the nigga shit coming from a Spanish dude's mouth. But Pun is top five off that one album in itself. Incredible writer. Then he passed in, what was that? It was either 99 or 2000. If I'm not mistaken, it was 99. You dig? I still get emotional watching that It's So Hard video. That shit is like, damn, bro, we really lost. Damn. And after that, you had a little few hits here and there. You discovered Remy Ma and all that shit, man. But let's not act like like your career has aged gracefully in the sense that you're still someone to, be sought after. Oh, Pun discovered him. Remy Ma, Pun, that was it. That was it. And don't after that, don't nobody give a fuck about you. You've been on a few other songs. What's Love with R. Kelly, with Ashanti, that shit you did with R. Kelly, the little shit you did with Lil Wayne and all that, Lean Back. All right, cool. You got a few little joints or whatever, man, but it wasn't nothing overly consistent. And to the point where you still can't walk down the street because your motherfucking celebrity is still at a point where people is going to bum rush you looking to get an autograph and pandemonium. Nah, you'll walk down the block and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's Fat Joe. Whatever the fuck ever. What the fuck are you talking about like you got Fat Joe? Are you some superstar or some shit like that? As if you have ever sold out any 20,000, 14,000 seat arenas. What are you talking about? You a superstar. You're not that. You are really putting on like you made it. This is your first title shot. You have not fought for a title. You ain't fought nobody of any significance at 168 pounds. And you really talking like IQ. Wow, you just gotta beat him with using IQ. Like you ain't fresh off of a suspension for biting a nigga. You gonna beat somebody with IQ when you got arguably beat by Steve Rose, a nigga that Golovkin slaughtered. Coceres had you looking vulnerable as shit. Diego Pacheco went on there and outlined that man in chalk. But you gonna beat Canelo off IQ. Man, get the fuck out of here. You're a superstar because Fat Joe and all them motherfuckers, you got them in your entourage. You are not that guy. Just everything about this dude is just annoying to me, man. It's annoying. Nobody believes you have a chance in hell, a snowball's chance in hell at winning this fight because you don't. You don't. The minute they started trying to step you up, you was getting stepped on. And because of that, they dubbed you, as they should have. The only positive about this fight is watching Canelo decapitate you. Break your ribs, your nose, your eyeballs, something. But something on your body has to get disfigured, fam. And that's the only joy that we're gonna get out of this fight, because it's not gonna be entertainment as far as a challenge or competitive. It's not gonna be none of that. You about to get your ass viciously beat. And it's a shame when it's a multitude of people who can't stand Canelo are rooting for him because they're disgusted with you just simply using the word nigga. I'm tired of y'all dudes, man. Y'all are aggravated, bro. Oh my, and it's not just relegated to the Puerto Ricans, you dig? It's all you Spanish motherfuckers. Y'all just feel y'all got it like that to where y'all can use that word. I realize I got people telling me, "Oh, well, it's a term of endearment. It means brother." And you do not tell me you understand that there's a difference between the hard ER and the soft A. If you understand that, then you know nigga is a derivative of nigger. So don't play them games with me. Don't play them games with me. I'm tired of y'all, bro. I'm tired. Y'all drive me up the fucking wall with this shit, man, because y'all just don't get it. And when we ask y'all to stop saying that shit, y'all double down on it. I'm not gonna fuck around and buy the pay-per-view because that's more money in your pocket. I'm not gonna buy the pay-per-view. I'm not doing it. I'm gonna have a free fight party at the crib and have a homie slide through just so we can watch this man guillotine you. That's it. That's it. Fuck is wrong with you, man? I can't. Oh my god, dog! Just everything about you, man. Everything about you. Everything about you, dude. I just really just despise this dude. You keep sending your shots at Caleb Plant, but you don't want no drum, bro. The minute Canelo goes in there and violates you, you're gonna be immediately relegated to a gatekeeper because there's nobody at 168 pounds that's worth a damn that you are going to beat, and you're gonna be begging Caleb Plant for that fight. And then that's when the roles are gonna be reversed. He's going to wild out on you and show you how insignificant you are in the sport of boxing. Nobody give a fuck about no Edgar Berlanga. I don't even know no real niggas named Edgar. Fuck is you talking about, bro? God, I can't stand this dude. Try to get this motherfucker a chance. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I refuse to do it. So that's the only good in this fight on this card, if we being real. Because that whole card is trash. Gutter trash. The entire card from top to bottom. The main fights: Canelo versus Berlanga, Erislandy Law versus Danny Garcia, Caleb Plant versus Trevor Cumbie, Rolly Romero versus I don't know who this dude is fighting. That entire card is trash. The entire card is garbage. Fuck out of here, bro. You really walking around like you this superstar. You really walking around being you talking like you self-made or something, bro. Like a nigga, like somebody give a fuck about you. Nobody give a fuck about you. This fight is trash, and I'm pissed at Canelo for even entertaining your bum ass. Which brings me to my point as it pertains to Turki Al-Sheikh and him, man. Listen, I'm not entirely mad at Turki Al-Sheikh. I mean, I will say about this. I do think Turki Al-Sheikh kind of came out. I think Turki Al-Sheikh is right in that gray area of a casual and a hardcore. Because we got to remember, this is the same dude who was coming out really pushing for a fight with Inoue and Tank, and that was some casual bullshit. That was propaganda bullshit. That was dumbass American fight fans. Fight fans, I use that term loosely, who couldn't stand the fact that Inoue was doing what it is that he was doing over there and doesn't need to come to America to make his bones. So what do we do? All right, well we'll pull, just we'll make him a sacrificial lamb to Gervonta Tank Davis. And that was some shit that you ran with. You the same dude who also put on Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou when Undisputed didn't have to hold. We didn't Undisputed didn't have to be put on hold. We could have got that shit out the way last year. And we could be going into a rematch in December, or we could have went to the rematch between Usyk and Fury when they fought. What was that, June? That could have happened. So I think he is in that gray area of a casual and a hardcore. But it's undeniable what he's doing for the sport, man. We got Tyson Fury versus Usyk for Undisputed. We're getting Bivol versus Beterbiev in October for Undisputed. We've got a multitude of undisputed fights. We got some damn good fights. We got the 5v5 card from Turkey Al Sheikh. We're getting Daniel Dubois versus Anthony Joshua. We getting that next month. We just last week had the Terrence Crawford fight, but making him a 4-division champion. We've got a multitude of good fights under Turkey Al Sheikh, and he's only really been a factor in the fucking sport since last year. We ain't even got to go back 2 and 3 years ago to when Anthony Joshua fought Andy Ruiz. We don't need to go back that far. Just these 2 years alone, this dude is doing really good work. However, the majority of the people that you are dealing with are niggas who need that money, man. You can't throw your money up and expect everybody to, jump, especially when they're getting it on their own. The type of response that Gervonta Davis gave you, that would have been justified if you came at him with the same type of energy you come in at Canelo with. That type of response would have been, all right, yeah, that's understandable right there. Send me 2 Ferraris and I might consider it. But you never came at you, and you still was like, I'll send you 2 boxing gloves. That's still an extension of an olive branch, if in my personal opinion. You didn't come at Canelo like that, man. You came at him on some trying to sun that nigga. Like you gon' do this and you gon' do that. I need you to get in touch with me so we can have this fight. He's like, I gotta fight to focus on now. I'll holler at you when after the fight. I'll holler at you. But it gotta be now, man. You cannot tell no boss he gotta bow down. I honestly don't see nothing wrong with what Turkey Al Sheikh is saying in the sense of, but I think people are getting it fucked up because they so in their feelings that he's not fighting David Benavidez, that they're gonna completely disregard his entire career and relegate it to him not fighting David Benavidez as if David Benavidez is somebody to fight or else. Nah, my nigga, nah, man, no, because you cannot put all of the expectation on one man that you didn't put on others. You can't do that. David Benavidez is not trying to fight Canelo for greatness. He's trying to fight Canelo for that bag, which I'm not entirely mad at. But what are you gonna do to deserve that shit? Doing the bare minimum and browbeating the motherfucker to fight you is some buster shit to me. That shit is weird. You dig? And that tells me, your whole energy surrounding this dude is telling me as somebody who came in with a preconceived notion of this dude, do the propaganda by way of casuals. All the shit that casuals say about Canelo Alvarez is propaganda driven. And that man said, yo, please give this man his money so I can fight him. When David Benavidez begged that nigga, and he said, we get you in there with Bivol and Beterbiev. But what was his energy after that? Now I can't do business with them people over there because they're on the opposite sides of the street. You dig what I'm saying? That dude is not in it for what y'all think he is. He's not. Caleb Plant at least is still out here trying to fight, be competitive, and fight the best fighters available. Yeah, like, come on, man. That's not David Benavidez. He gonna get crashed and he gonna run into the sunset. Now, granted, I want him to get crashed because I want that fight. I definitely want that fight. So let's see that shit happen, man. But you know, the point is, you can't come at a dude who is self-made and make him bow down and kiss the Gucci, kiss your Converse and shit. Nah, bro. You're trying to buy the respect of the boxing public. You're trying to buy the respect of the fans. And despite all the money you putting into it, if there's any clarity to the numbers that Bud and Madrimal put up, bro, that just goes to show you still have to have a grassroots following. Canelo got it out the mud, my nigga. Canelo went through the gauntlets. He fought the Lars. He put himself in a position to fight Floyd Mayweather. Fought Lara immediately after that. Undefeated Austin Trout and Ulo. De La Hoya is on the record saying, I did not want Canelo to fight that dude, Lara. No. We just got a headache to deal with. We just got done dealing with a headache in Floyd Mayweather. Now you want to go and fight another slickster that's bigger? No. He demanded that fight. 36 rounds with Gennady Golovkin. 36 rounds with Gennady Golovkin. 36 rounds with Gennady Golovkin. When this dude is damn near detonated everybody. He didn't get rid of Sergey Derevianchenko. He was a little bit older, and Danny Jacobs made him look human for the first time. Other than that, he was outlining niggas in chalk. Canelo went 36 rounds with that dude, never touched the canvas. Danny Jacobs, beating easy. Jumped up. Unified the entire 168-pound division in under a calendar year. From December to November, he unified that division. Outpacing everybody. Jump up, came up short with Bivol. All right, cool. And one thing that pisses me off is people keep saying that ever since that Bivol lost, he don't want to fight the hard fights no more, as if he hasn't tried to go back and make that fight with Bivol again. No, bro. And shout out to Bivol. Thought he played himself out of that fight. He just thought he was in a position to dictate shit when he wasn't necessarily. And shout out to him for standing on the square and saying, yo, I'm not about to sit here and allow this dude to dictate my career. No, so I fuck with him for that. I beat him. It is what it is. I'm on to the next one. I fuck with him for that. But people got revisionist history. Canelo called that man out and wanted to run that shit back on in his mind. And he didn't concede. All right, cool. We on to the next one. So shout out to Bivol for that. But let's stop playing games like David Benavidez is something like Bivol. Let's stop playing games like the same type of problems Bivol presented for Canelo. David Benavidez is going to present them same problems. It's not going to be like that. It's not going to be like that. I wasn't a fan of the Triple G fight. I was not a fan of the fucking Jermell Charlo fight. The John Ryder fight was cool to me because he beat two top 10 opponents. The Jaime Munguia fight was good. That's good enough for David, but it wasn't good enough for Canelo because David called him out as well. Everybody seems to forget that. Everybody seems to forget that. Everybody seems to forget that. It's selective outrage, man. Are y'all going to keep the same energy? Dig? So I just think with Turki Al-Sheikh, his energy is offset because he's talking to this dude and he's trying to make demands of a dude who isn't self-made. He's trying to make demands of a dude who ain't did shit by, who ain't got his own career going by himself. It's like he's gotten into the sport within the past few years when Canelo became public enemy number one. That's what I'm gathering from this. And that's what's like, yo, man, you kind of out of pocket with this shit. Because they're like, I don't like how he talks to me, dog. Like, I don't need you. If I come to the table, cool, let me finish this fight, but it's going to be on my terms. It's going to be on my terms, and you go on a tangent talking about you ain't going to fight nobody, no way. You asking for these ridiculous prices and this and that and the third. I don't care. It was just like, all right, this is an already existent irritant that he has with Canelo Alvarez. Because the shit that's irritated him and the shit that he allowed, that he said out of his own mouth is off of the tongues of most casual fans and detractors of Canelo. Now, in Turki Al-Sheikh's in his benefit, I somewhat agree with him because I'm not paying for Edgar Berlanga. I swear to God, I swear to God, I'm not paying for Edgar Berlanga. I don't give a fuck if somebody came over to the crib and said, I'm going to buy the Berlanga versus Canelo Alvarez fight. I'm not going to allow them to pay for it. Not under my roof. We going to watch that shit for free. I'm in my wife's car. Y'all got to excuse me. But we're going to watch that shit for free. I'm not going to allow you to spend your hard-earned money to watch an exhibition match. I'm not going to do that. So don't worry about it. We're going to, this one is on the house. This one is on the house. So I'm not necessarily in disagreement with what he's saying. I'm ambiguous in this argument. I'm in the middle. I understand what Canelo was saying, bro. You're not about to disrespect me. Them niggas need you, I don't. And I'm understanding of what Turki Al-Sheikh is saying. You ain't in here, you ain't trying to fight nobody. You ain't trying to be in no competitive bouts. You're not trying to be in no good fights. You're not. You're trying to ride off into the sunset, get the bag, and ride off into the sunset, which is understandable. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, nobody has done what the dude has done, but y'all want what he has. When y'all y'all want the bag, he put in the work to gain the bag. Y'all don't want to do that. Y'all don't want to go through the gauntlet. And when he expresses himself that, yo, why do I have to fight all you? When he said it a couple years ago, man, go fight everybody else. Motherfuckers was feeling some type of way about that. Like he's just supposed to fight because it's always going to be another person that y'all are saying that he's ducking and running from and that can beat him. So it's like, man, this shit is mentally exhausting, man. Go fight everybody else and not fight the winner. And I'm also of the mindset that when it comes to David Benavidez, his thing is, man, I ain't finna sit like, bro, you annoying me, man. And I'm not gonna give you what you want. And what you want is a payday. And I'm cool, bro. Because despite me beating your ass, it's still a benefit in it for you. I don't want to give you that benefit, so I'm cool. Even though I want that fight, I understand why he's not in no rush to fight this dude, because the dude ain't shit. I'm sorry, David Benavidez is not what y'all think he is or what y'all trying to propagate him to be. He's just not. But I do want that fight because I do think it's a good fight. I think it's the best available fight for him. Motherfuckers want Canelo to fight David Morrell. Y'all are not putting that same pressure on David Benavidez to fight Morrell, even though he chased Benavidez 275 pounds, and Morrell ain't even calling for Canelo. Y'all will not tell him go holler at David Morrell. I don't get it. It's baffling to me, Brody. It's baffling. So that's where I'm at with it, man. I'm just, I get what Turkey is saying, but I just feel like the energy is just coming from a place of being disingenuous. I feel like the energy is coming from a place of somebody who wants to be able to control an individual, control a motherfucker, and give and not and not keep the same energy with motherfuckers who are more controllable because they've done less in the sport. That's what that's what that is, man. And just you know, I agree with him. I'm not fuck that Edgar Berlanga fight, but you are going to have to, bro. You gonna have to let that shit be known. You are gonna have to come correct when you're dealing with this dude. Canelo is all that. Yo, he can fight who he want to fight. Okay, cool. Fight who you want to fight. Not for no $80 though. You're not going to rob me. It's not gonna happen. If you think I'm about to put up money to watch you fight somebody that ain't worth it, no, you got another thing coming, my nigga. It's not gonna happen. So I'm not a fan of that. Yo, he got the right to choose who he fight. No, he honestly doesn't. We're not having that, bro. I'm not having it, at least. I refuse. No, hell the fuck no. So have your criticisms, man. But and I think if what they're saying is true, once again, about these Bud numbers and Madrimov, he's because I think he's gonna lose out on more money as well by you can't throw on another card in America and have live performances from rappers, bro. We not here for that. We not here for that. We here to see niggas get beat up. We here to see niggas get crashed. This ain't the Middle East, bro. This ain't Saudi Arabia. You can't get away with that shit up here. You dissipating the energy. You dig? If you do some shit like that again, maybe you don't do no shit like that again. Maybe you learned your lesson, but there's gonna be motherfuckers that turned that shit. They was turned off to that. It was turned off to that. So if these numbers come out to be true, you're eventually gonna need the you're gonna need the olive branch of Canelo Alvarez. You're gonna need that to gain all that money back. And why not put, you bet that on a short shot. You bet that on a short shot. But don't ostracize somebody who doesn't want a competitive matchup when you sat there and gave Fury X amount of dollars to fight motherfucking Francis Ngannou. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't ostracize somebody, you know, with quote unquote novelty fights and guilt trip a nigga into fighting uncompetitive bouts when you was trying to make a fight with Inoue versus Tank. Let's not do that, bro. Let's not do that. Let's keep the same energy across the board. You can have your beefs with Canelo, but when it's time to do business, let's do business. Let's be respectful about this, man. You brought Frank and Eddie Hearn to the table. There is nothing stopping, and that's a beef that goes back decades. There is nothing stopping you from sitting down with Canelo Alvarez. Listen to what he's saying. You can't Debo me, my nigga. You are not needed. I don't need you. Them niggas need you, not me. Not me. And if you're comping tickets, I'm gonna have to go around. If you're comping tickets to these fights because they not selling, Canelo ain't comping tickets like that, dog. When you're in a position to be self-sufficient and you've been able to maintain that efficiency over a decade plus, that's a testament to who that man is. Some shit just can't be bought. Some shit you just gotta go through it. Some shit you just gotta get your hands dirty in. You did? That's why niggas didn't like Paulie Castellano. Motherfuckers ain't like Paulie Castellano, man. You ain't go through what we go through. How many bodies you got, right? How many bodies you got on your gun, bro? You ain't get out here and clip nothing. All right, bro, we got you. So we finna break the rules of the commission and kill our boss and not get punished for it. And respect that shit, man. Some shit money can't buy. And what Canelo got, you can't buy that. Even though I'm pissed that because he got what he got, he don't think he has to go through the bullshit. I don't like that. I don't. But nonetheless, he is who he is for a reason. He put in that pain. So get that man his respect. Come to the table with a little bit more respect. You can have your reserves about him. We all got the reserves about him. I'm a fan of the dude, and I got my reserves about him because of this Edgar Berlanga fight. But you're trying to bottleneck his career into one fight that you want to see that he's not necessarily in a rush to give you. That's where it becomes unfair, and the criticisms are they're overly harsh and aren't warranted. So just come to the table with some respect. Wait till after this bullshit exhibition match when he decapitates Edgar Berlanga, and then go into that shit again. Like, all right, bro, I was wrong. But both of y'all are gonna have to see the error of your ways. Both of y'all are gonna have to realize where y'all fucking up at. Canelo is gonna have to realize we don't want to see you fight Edgar Berlanga, especially when you think that we're supposed to pay for that. And he does need to be punished for that shit. As far as economically, yeah, bro. Ticket sales need to be low. Pay-per-view numbers need to be low as well. He's gonna have to learn that. And Turkey Sheik is gonna have to understand that. All right, man, I can't talk to a boss like this, man. Floyd Mayweather went through the same shit. This is not like this is just a Canelo thing, man. Floyd's number dwindled as well because just when you just get complacent. All right, bro. Okay, all right, bro. We don't want to see you in there with the ghosts. All right, you know what? Cool. We cool. When the numbers start dwindling, eventually, all right, bro. I need to get the fans what they want. Canelo's gonna have to realize that, and Turkey's gonna have to realize this is another self-made boss that I'm talking to. So let me enter into the conversation with a bit of respect, even though I'm not a fan of his. Let's come to this table and conversate because it's not about y'all, it's about the fans and the consumers. That's all I gotta say about it, man. I'm about to go get on this 2K, my niggas. Y'all stay righteous, yo. Deuces.